Hey the internet, this is Lock. I've been playing my little MMO heart out these last few weeks, but today I want to talk to you about a slightly different kind of game. You can see me stumbling around in it at low level and that right now. It's called, is it ELOA? E-L-O-A, and I reckon it's worth your time. It used to be the case when I played an action RPG like ELOA. I need a better anagram for that. I would say I wasn't too familiar with the genre and it wasn't my thing, but honestly, after Diablo 3 and Path of Exile and Torchwood and Bastion and Divilian, not to mention other games and MMOs as well now that borrow RTS elements, and that excuse is starting to wear a bit thin really, and variety is good, and I'm really happy that I've had the opportunity to play all these different kinds of games, and I'm glad we're breaking out of the assumption that we've had by developers that an MMO has to be a third person WoW style affair. In fact, finding myself less familiar with controls and mechanics, it does help to focus my attention, and it's amazing how much easier getting into that flow state is when you need to concentrate just enough that Netflix on the second monitor isn't really an option. So now I suppose I'm a fan of the genre, just enough to start seeing the subtleties at play while still being wide-eyed enough about the whole thing to forgive some of the tropes. Now, ELOA, standing for Elite Lord of Alliance, which kind of sets the tone for the quality of the translation work. It's one of these newfangled, persistent world ARPGs they have now. It shares much of its DNA with Divilian, which if you're interested in this kind of game, you're probably familiar with. If not, you should be. Unlike Divilian, the game has a playful, sort of chibi-style aesthetic that is a really refreshing change of pace from the kind of heavy metal t-shirt style, you know, the hellscapes these games have inherited from Diablo, and it's pretty cute if you're into that kind of thing. And the flip side of that is it doesn't really allow the cutesiness to become grating, so thank heaven for small mercies and all that. The combat system is another area the game kind of steps away from the pack, or turns away. While many ARPGs are about honing a small selection of skills or like creating that unique build, ELOA throws a ton of skills at you and 3 different stance style skill bars to switch between at will. It's kind of like playing 3 different, albeit similar classes at once. Like they were going to go for a kind of talent tree thing and just thought, sod it, let's give them everything, it'll be more fun. And if you're the type of player that enjoys like a high APM, intense micromanagement style combat on your keyboard, you may get a kick out of a system like this. There's a surprisingly deep pet system as well. Pets are hatched and raised and can provide a variety of active and passive benefits, as well as serving as a mount. If you level a couple of your pets up, I think it goes to level 10 or something, you can fuse them together and you create a specimen of higher rarity. So if fantastical husbandry is your thing, ELOA has you covered. There's also a more traditional crafting system in there, and some extra progression after max level for more character customization. The game is certainly very well polished. It felt very responsive, combat felt good, slapping around hordes of enemies was just as stylish as in your most traditional of ARPGs, and while it can't really be overstated how bad the translation job is, it kind of added a certain wonky charm to the cute little sprites bouncing around. Like it sort of felt right. You know, like when you're in a Chinese restaurant and it has that very specific kind of wonky translation that lends it almost an extra edge of authenticity. Kind of like that. And overall, the game does have a lot of really good ideas, and in my opinion it executes them well. I think if you're a fan of the ARPG life, then I think you should give this a try. It's free, it's in open beta, so it won't cost you more than your bandwidth to take a look yourself. And if you want to leave us a comment about your experience, you can please do so in the comments below. Do you think ELOA is as bad as the translation all the way to the core? Does the pet system fill a void in your life you may have considered seeing a therapist for? Do let us know, and leave a like on this video for interesting and quirky little twists on established formulas that we all enjoy, and I will see you again really soon. Thanks, bye!
Make sure to level up your MMO knowledge by visiting MMORPG.com, subscribing to our YouTube channel, and by following us on social media. To catch up on the week's biggest MMO news, watch our latest MMO FTW. And to see if there's a better MMO out there for you, watch one of our latest First Impressions videos. Thanks for watching.